Pablo, you owe me $2 for that coffee.
But remember last time I paid for the milk?
It's true. This is how Pablo and I manage our finances together, and how we went from going on our first date together, moving in together, getting a credit card together, and then eventually buying a home together. So let's take you back 7 years ago to our first date. Pablo and I got a coffee together back in the good old days when you didn't have to wear a mask outside. So what do you do?
Well, I do an internship here in Sydney. What about you?
I'm working at Maya and I'm also studying full-time.
Wow, you're boring.
We both had coffee and we split the bill. So our first date went pretty well and we started going on more dates together. We would cook mostly at Pablo's place to save money because I was still living at home at the time. And when we went out to a restaurant, we would still split the bill. We went on our first holiday together to Bali and we paid for our own flights, accommodation, and activities and food. At the time, I still remember how annoying it would be because sometimes I would pay for something, sometimes Pablo would pay for something, and it would be really difficult to work out at the end of the day how much one person owed another person.
Queenie, you owed me $15 for dinner.
But I paid for the Uber and drinks.
That's right. Queenie, you owe me $15.
Why can't you do it? I remember this taking so much time because at the time we did not know that this app existed. So this is a free app called Splitwise. By the way, this is not a sponsored video, but I did want to show you how it works. So I went on holiday with my friends to Bali and we used this app to split our expenses and it works so well. So what you do is you create a group and then you invite your friends to it so then you can share expenses. As you can see, we created this event called Bali and we put down all of the expenses that we paid for. So for example, if somebody paid for nachos, they would put that in and then they would put the person that they split the nachos with. And then at the end of the trip, it's a lot easier to see who owes how much to what person. When we bought gifts for each other during Christmas and birthdays, we would also give each other a price range. Merry Christmas, Pablo!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Queenie.
Wow, we both got each other the same speakers. This is exactly what we wanted. After 1 year of dating, we decided to move in together. We shared our rent, utilities, and groceries 50-50. At the time, we didn't have very much money, so we had to very carefully consider every single purchase that we make. Pablo, do we really need this spatula? It is $3. So one of the things that we used to do was Pablo and I would both take out $80 from an ATM, and then we would use our $160 to pay for all of our groceries. This helped us manage our budget and also our expenses as well. Soon it's going to be Sunday and we can buy more food. After being together for 2 years, we got our first credit card together. One of my colleagues told me about how he was flying business class and going in airport lounges for free, and he told me that he was using credit cards to get points and then later redeem those points for free travel. Pablo, guess what? My colleague told me that we can get free flights and free lounge invitations by getting a credit card. The first time we got a credit card, it was pretty tricky. It was a bit weird paying for things and then not immediately having to check our bank account, and it kind of felt like we had this unlimited supply of money. Whoa, I just bought something and I didn't even have to pay for it. It's like I have unlimited money. In the first few months, we did get tricked a few times. We spent more money than we normally did on our debit cards. And one time we decided to only pay the minimum balance on our credit card and we ended up getting charged $50 in interest in just a couple of days. I don't understand. I paid the minimum balance. Why did I still get charged interest? Well, actually, with credit cards, if you only make the minimum balance, then you still get charged interest. So that's why I always pay off the full balance on time. But after using credit cards for a couple of months, we really learned from these experiences and learned how to be more savvy with our credit cards. Since we got our first credit card, we started this ritual where we would go through our credit card statement every single month and see how much money Pablo owed, how much money I owed, and also how much money we owed together. Pablo, I spent a lot this month. I don't want to look at our credit card statement.
I don't want to look at it either. Maybe we skip this month.
This was such a great exercise because it really forced us to confront our spending. So this is one of the credit cards that I have, which is the American Express cashback credit card. There's a 5% bonus cashback offer for the first 3 months. This only applies to new members. There is a $10 monthly fee to use this card, and they also do have some extra free benefits benefits including a free binge subscription and a free center subscription. Another credit card that I have is the Qantas American Express Premium card. This card has an annual fee of $249. By using my referral link in the description below, you'll get a bonus 40,000 Qantas points. You also get 2 free Qantas Lounge invitations with this credit card. And I do have some referral links to my credit cards down in the description below. Terms and conditions apply, so it is important to do your own research. Another thing to be mindful of is your credit score, because if you apply for a credit card and get rejected, then it may impact your credit score. So by using the Finder app, I can actually see my likelihood of being approved into certain credit cards. So if you do have a look at credit cards, it will tell you your chance of approval based on your credit score and also on your annual salary. And now on to investing together. We started investing separately for a few months, and then we decided to start investing together in StockSpot. And this was to save for our first home. We split all of our expenses evenly, and anything that we had left over, we would put into StockSpot. At the time, we didn't know about the first home buyer super saver scheme, and if we did know about this, then we probably would have done that instead. Something that worked in our favor was when Pablo and I both met, we were both really broke and we were both starting from the same position. And even as we started to earn more money, it's always been pretty equal for us. In the first few years of our relationship, Pablo was earning more money than me. And in the last few years of our relationship, I was earning more money than Pablo. Now we have pretty much the exact same amount in our superannuation, and we have contributed to our finances pretty evenly over the past 7 years. So I think by starting in the same position and being able to grow together has really helped us build more trust with each other and get more comfortable about having our assets shared. So the next big step for us was becoming de facto. Pablo is French, and we found it really difficult to find a visa that allowed him to work anywhere and give him that freedom. The visa that he was on tied him to a company, so we ended up going on a partnership visa so we would have more freedom in where he would be able to work. This was a really big step for us because we were officially on a partner visa together, and we kind of had all the same rights as a married couple or a de facto couple. I now pronounce you de facto and de facto. So by signing all of this paperwork, it made us realize that we really are a team and everything that we own is shared. So eventually we saved $100,000 and we started to look at some options of places to buy. We wanted to stop paying rent and we wanted our money to go towards owning an investment or an asset that we could live in. So we wanted to purchase a place that was good enough for us without having to sacrifice our lifestyle. So we have a $100,000 deposit and we have $500,000 to buy a place in Sydney. Let's see what we can get.
I think this suburb seems out of budget, Queenie. We probably need to look another area.
I think so too. We were very lucky because at the time that we purchased our apartment 2 years ago, the property market was very low and we were able to purchase our place, which we still live in today, for a really good price. Pablo and I always used to do side hustles and have side income that we used to make separately in our own individual ABNs. However, after chatting to an accountant, we found that it was more beneficial for us to set up a company and also a trust. This would make it easier for us to claim some of our business expenses, and the family trust would also enable us to protect our assets. Everybody is different, so if you would like more information, I do recommend reaching out to an accountant. We've started multiple businesses and side hustles together. Pablo, we should start a dropshipping store.
Oh, I have another idea. An e-commerce store.
No, a YouTube channel.
Great idea.
We both have separate tasks for this business, but we do work on a lot of things collaboratively. And we've only just started paying ourselves a low salary, and all of the income that we make from this YouTube channel, we split evenly. Pablo and I have a lot of trust for each other after everything that we've been through over the past 7 years. We have always been a couple that shares everything evenly. We cook together, we work on our business together, and we split our expenses evenly. And when we do have kids one day, it will be the same story. I am very lucky to be with Pablo because he's a guy that puts in just as much effort with housework and cooking as I do.
Just as much effort as you?
Okay, fine. Maybe you do put in more effort.
I thought so.
Let me know your thoughts on managing money in a relationship down in the comments below. Your secret code word is couple. So write me a comment below just so I know who watched this video all the way through. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye! And if you want to watch more videos, you can click on the links and click through to another video.